Okay, so this is me like filming this for the third time because every time I filmed it, either I digressed too much or like it just was trash. So here I am. Last time, this is it. So with that being said, what's going on, beautiful people? Today I'm going to be telling you how I came out as transgender, which is not the traditional way, the way how I did it, because growing up, I had always identified myself as lesbian. I never said anything to anyone really about it. It was just like, my mindset was, either you know or you don't. But I'm not going to sit here and come out to you because cisgender heterosexuals do not come out. They don't come out or anything like that. So why should I have to take that extra step in my life, you know? So that's why I didn't traditionally come out as lesbian when I was identifying as lesbian. However, later on I did, since I'm a very vocal guy, I did end up having, I did have a lot of support from my school. And my school and I, we created this script for every homeroom teacher to read, basically saying, my name is now Sean Bernier, blah blah blah. Oh, at the time it was Cole. That's the name that I chose because J. Cole was big back then, so I chose J. Cole. I chose just Cole. Sean Bernier, and then I eventually just dropped the Cole because that wasn't it. But for purposes, I'm just gonna say Sean Bernier. I'm transgender. This is how I feel. This is what it's all about. Yada yada yada. And I did this. What drove me to come out to my entire school in that manner was because, one, I didn't really care if they knew I was transgender. I like to be a trailblazer and all that, although I eventually found out that I wasn't the first transgender, but I was the youngest transgender in that school district to come out, I believe. Don't quote me, but I believe. Anyways, plus I was of color. Well, I am of color. I'm of color. So that also just propelled my motive to do it. So y'all know me, Sean Bernier. Anyways, it was 7th grade. We had a field trip coming up, which was the Cape Cod field trip, where we would be in cabins of some sort with, the same sex. And I personally did not feel comfortable being in a cabin with girls, especially at the time my best friends were all guys. So I wanted to be in the guys' cabin. And also, before we even thought about the whole Cape Cod situation, because that was just something that was stuck in the, I left that in the back of my mind because it was coming up and we had to choose cabin members soon and all that. But it was also, that time around, it was basketball season and I wanted to try out. And since all my friends were guys that played basketball, I wanted to be on the team with them, of course. So I went to go talk to my guidance counselor and I was like, hey man, I want to play with the guys, and I've always been playing with the guys, so I just feel comfortable. I think I just spit, but I just feel comfortable playing with the guys. So can you please make something happen? I greatly appreciate you helping me be on the guys team. And he was like, I can try, I can see what I can do, but realistically, you're a female, so you should be playing on the female team. And I was like, I understand that, but I'm different, I'm unique, and I feel like as if it is my obligation to play with these guys, considering that I've always shown the behavior or the traits of a masculine guy. So for me to be playing on the males basketball team doesn't seem so far of a stretch. And what he was trying to tell me is that it's more than what it requires more than just him to make that decision. And I was like, I understand. It's all good. It's all good. We'll work on it. And occasionally he would have another counselor come talk to me, and I'm forever grateful for her, because she came to me and was like, do you know what the term transgender means? And I was vaguely familiar because when I went to Canada with my family to see the Haitian fam, you already know what it is. Anyways, so I went to Canada to see my Haitian family. I remember hearing on the TV a guy named Chaz I always forget. Bono or Bozo? Bono, I think. Chaz Bono, transgender male, female to male. And I remember hearing it. I was like 5th-ish, 4th-ish grade when it was coming on TV. And I always just kept that in the back of my mind. And also during that summer, 5th grade to 6th grade, so completely different summer, whatever. I did do some digging on YouTube, and I would always watch these weird videos, and it would always be on like the recommended, like my recommendations. And I would occasionally watch them, and I'd be like, oh snap, this is so interesting. I feel like this perfectly aligns to me and how I feel. So I was vaguely familiar, never dived too much in depth on the term, but I knew what it was immediately when she said it. So when she had said it, I was like, yes, I'm familiar, but tell me more. So then when she told me more, she bought me some books, which I'm, again, grateful for. I read those books and I was like, yes, this is exactly how I feel. And what is the next step? What can we do to help me achieve my happiness as well as make it to the boys basketball team? So we had a conversation with my parents, how to get them in the same room. Rough. Anyways, my MECO coordinator, she would play a huge role in this and making me feel okay mentally, emotionally, everything, all that and above. They all played huge roles in that. And again, I am forever grateful for everyone's contribution to making me who I am today. But there was a lot of backlash that I got from like teachers as well as like students as well as support. So it was just a mix. I remember a teacher came up to me and he was like, he said my birth name, Nia, I understand you want to make this decision, but come on, if you were to just join the girls basketball team, you would elevate us to a whole nother level. So please think wisely about these choices that you're making and how it can affect everyone else. That was probably like one thing in my head. I was like, yo, white dude, mind your business. 1, 2, who are you talking to me like that? Because we weren't close at all. So I didn't know why he was trying to tell me what I should do with my life and how I should pursue certain decisions that I make. So, and there was also things where people, my like best friends and things like, and people like that would be like, oh, Nia's just a confused lesbian, blah, blah, blah. Transgender, what is this? What is this? And I was also getting like death threats on Instagram, Snapchat, all the social medias, plurals. I never cared too much about what others said about me. It was more self-inflicting pain that I would give myself because of gender dysphoria, just depression, anxiety, having to deal with this facade every single day was all just time-consuming and stress-inducing. But overall, that's how I came out. I just was. So when they had said the entire spiel about me, I was in the gym practicing my basketball while they said it, and it was kind of awkward, but I also did, like, to be honest with you, I was just a bad back then, so like I really didn't, it didn't matter to me. I was like, alright, cool, so boom, what's good? Y'all gonna tell this story about me, get my name up in the news. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's pretty much how it went. And also people would support me They would help me buy more masculine clothes, help me with some materials, like some easy stuff like deodorant, what's the best clothing stores for guys, just things like that. Oh, you want to go to the gym? Let's go to the gym, you know? Just like masculine things. Not saying every guy has to go to the gym and stuff like that, that's obvious. And then, but again, there's a lot of challenges that I face going into my actual transition, where I started my hormone replacement therapy and stuff like that. I can speak like on and on about this stuff, so we can leave that for some more videos if you guys want. Just let me know. I did end up in the guy's cabin as well, so it was like I was hitting everything down. 7th grade year, I was everybody knew who I was. Got the cabin. I didn't make the basketball team, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. It's not like I just did all this for nothing. Whatever. But everyone kind of suspected it, that I was transgender, but they didn't know the term for it. So when I said I was transgender, no one was surprised. Because even if you look back at the transgender transition video of 2 years on testosterone, you would see me drawing myself. And it's a picture that says Nia in the corner. I'm drawing myself, and it's a bald-headed dude. Like there's nothing more to say about that. It was a bald-headed dude wearing green. It wasn't the stereotypical feminine woman drawing. So it was like I always shown clear examples that I wanted to be a guy. Well, that I wanted to be perceived as a guy. Shown. You know what I'm saying. Even when I was younger, I would have like testing quizzes in like 1st grade, like the mini spelling checks or whatever, and I would go home and I would show it to my mom and my stepdad at the time, and it would say Nick at the top instead of Nia. And I remember them getting confused, kind of frustrated, angry with me, because they were like, who's Nick? They're like, who's Nick? Whose test did you steal? And why does it say Nick? And then I would just be like, I just wrote Nick because I felt like it. Blah, blah, blah. And then they would be like, do you want to be a boy? But the way how they said it to me back then, it felt very like shameful. It felt like they were condemning me. So I was always like kind of pushing back the idea, but I left enough room for their suspicions to be fulfilled as accurate. Y'all get it. I would push back, but I would kind of show like yeah, I do. You feel me? So it was nothing surprising is what I'm trying to say. So that's basically how I came out. I really went go big or go home. I posted some things on my Instagram at the time talking about, I don't even know how long it was, but I used to talk mad, like long. I probably still do. So that's how all that stuff spiraled in the air. So now y'all know who I am, how I came out. Nice to meet you, Sean Bernier. How'd it do? I need to take a nap. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah.